All right. Hello. Welcome back. As we talked about the other day, I did promise a Let's Play of one of the Chaos Dwarf campaigns. So let's go ahead and we'll get that bad boy started. We're going to be doing Immortal Empires today, which is the big map. So we're going to go ahead and click on that.
Empire's blessings, yes.
I don't want to. I don't. Like, I have nothing against the Empire personally, but damn it, I really don't want them to be like the default faction. Alright. So, these are the Chaos Dwarves here. So they came with 3 legendary lords in the new DLC. You have Astragoth Ironhand, who's this beautiful specimen of a man. Used forbidden magic and basically turned himself into a statue. That's why he has this iron mech suit. You have Drazhoeth the Ashen. And that bad boy. And then you have Zatan the Black. So, you have a multitude of different starting positions. We're going to use Astragoth Ironhand because I believe that Zatan the Black. Let me just make sure. I think he's the one that starts with 2 settlements right off the rip, which sounds great, but then you realize you have Grimgor Ironhide over here. And Grimgor Ironhide is a really tough to defeat legendary lord for the Greenskins. And the Greenskins, their claim to fame is they can use an ability called Wa. And what the Wa does is it basically just fucks your whole day up. Essentially what it does is, if you have an army of any size, if you use the Wa ability on the map, you will get an additional army generated in that same army up to the same size. So if you have a 10-unit army, you'll get 10 additional units. 20, which is a full stack, you get another full stack army. So if you're sitting with 2 armies, you essentially double your army to 4. And especially early on, it's devastating because a lot of races, factions, are just really not equipped to handle that. And that includes you as the player, unless you're really good at the game, which I am not, because we will be playing on normal and normal battle difficulty. So as you watch me make a shitload of mistakes. But we're going to do Astragoth. He has a pretty good, I don't want to call it a super safe starting position because I don't think any position in the game is truly safe, with the exception of our favorite pirate boy, who basically starts off in the middle of the fucking ocean, and ain't nobody coming for his stuff. So he's also a good mix of magic caster and melee, so he's really multifaceted to use in battle. And our starting army is Goblin Laborers. These guys are essentially just line holders and really bad ones at that. You can see their leadership stats is very poor. Armor is non-existent, so basically anything with armor piercing, even without armor piercing, they're basically going to be dead. Bull Centaur renders dual axes. These guys are really good. Good flanking units, they're fast. Chaos Dwarf units are slow, generally speaking, like most dwarven units, so anything with some speed. Orc Laborers, Great Axe Infantry, basically a slightly less shitty version of these guys, but they will break pretty quickly. Anytime you see the meat shield, it basically just means, bruh, these units do not get attached to. You do get a Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss, and you also get some great weapons from Chaos Dwarfs as well. So we'll go over all this stuff as we go. I will not guarantee a victory on this particular playthrough, so if you're trying to watch a YouTuber with some skill that will guarantee a victory campaign, because you want to see what that looks like, I do recommend you follow someone else. We may win, you know. I've played all 3 of the Chaos Dwarf campaigns up to about 50, just to kind of familiarize myself with the start. I think he ended up being the easiest for me, but again, you know, someone else might have an easier time with the Ashen or the Black, so it really just depends. So let's get started and see what happens. So these are the Kadai Destroyers. These things are amazing. They're just big hulking behemoths. You got the Kadari Fireborn. These guys are really good flanking units. They're very fast. Again, really, if you don't have a lot of speed, anything with what you want. But for right now, it decides to load up. You know, we'll definitely look to potentially expand these in the future. You know, uploaded the last video a week or so ago. Got got like 40-something views, and for someone with like 11 subscribers like myself, that's pretty good. That's pretty popular, so I definitely think people are interested in seeing some more of these. And so, last video got 3 likes, so for the 3 people that did like that video, thank you very much. If you're interested in coming back, definitely subscribe. I will try to upload at least once or twice a week, a video or 2. I think today's might just be the 1. So let's go ahead and continue. I love the way the Chaos Dwarfs are designed.
One rakma wattlebarak drungma, haras ta epip.
All right, so these guys play a little bit differently. They still get money like anything else, but they also get raw materials, which are basically you generate from outpost mines. These are used for various things. These are armaments. These are also used. You can use them to upgrade your military, and you can also use them in trade and things like that. Conclave influence. Basically, you have the Tower of Tsar, which is like basically a big faction-wide buff. But we'll talk more about this stuff, as I go along, and kind of explain what I'm doing. I did go over a little bit of this stuff with the Let's Try, but that was for Vampire Coast, so not everything here applies, but some of the facts are the same. I have a hero. I feel like this needs to be darker. Like, I feel like the unit card is too bright. It's like staring into the sun. Props to Zorak for not blinking, but crap. So usually I take the hero you get and just embed him in the army. So I should have told you, but he has the ability Training, which increases unit experience. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attack this army here, because this unit army is almost always trash. I really can't think of a legendary lord where their first fight isn't ridiculously easy. So we should lose very few units here. So let's go ahead and kill him. For the auto resolve, basically, if you hit this button here, auto resolve, this is what's going to happen. So it used to be a chance, and you wouldn't know. But I think in Warhammer 2, I think they changed it. So now you know what's going to happen. You also get your casualties, basically how many of units will get, how much health you're going to lose for each unit. And if you also hover over it, auto-resolve, it'll red out any unit that will die. So if you're in a decisive victory, auto-resolve probably is for the best. If you're not great at battling like me, because you may do this and all of a sudden... So for someone like the Chaos Dwarves, because the Chaos Dwarves, these units here, the Chaos Dwarf units, are capped, so you don't always get a bunch of these. So, and they're kind of expensive, so if it's like, if this one's red and you really don't want to lose your blunderbusses, which is a really good missile unit, you may just ultimately want to end up trying to fight the battle yourself, and see if you can save the unit. Sometimes what I'll do is if I think I can win, I will literally hide that unit somewhere away and protect it, and just attack with the rest of my units, because I really want that unit protected. Usually it's, if you're like, after battle, if you're in a friendly territory, you'll slowly replenish your troops, so maybe they attacked mid-replenishment or something like that, and you're trying to save it. But anywho, let's go ahead and kill some greenskins. I don't think you can be friends with the greenskins. I don't think diplomatically you can do that. So you see the map. Not a lot of trees. There's going to be a bunch of trees. Alright, we're right in front of a tree, so we're going to go ahead and go bloop, over there. Alright, so we got the blunderbusses. We got... Oh shit, we have 2 of them. Nice. So this is going to be kind of like the missile line, but you can actually change it. You go to set formation down here. You can do missile front, which is the shit I don't understand. They do this all the time. I guess they don't consider the gun units missile units in the strictest sense, because if you have archers, the archers would go to the front because it's the missile unit, and then the melee's in the back, and then the melee would be similar. Would be put the melee units in the front of the archers would be in the back of the rest of the units. So I don't know why the blunderbusses are considered a non-missile unit. Close quarters missile infantry, maybe because they're like hybrid units, I guess? I'm not sure. We're just going to start deployment because we're pretty much going to win this fight, no problem. So what they got is they got black orcs, orc boys, goblin archers, goblin wolf riders. So the orc boys are not bad units for the start of the game. They're not going to fucking move, are they? Aren't bad for the start of the game.
Astragoth
But they get way better orcs later on. Goblins are usually, I don't want to call them trash because they have their place. Because our front line very soon is going to be hobgoblins, but they're not going to be these guys. We can upgrade from these guys pretty quickly. So Astragoth, let's talk about him a little bit. As I said before, he does have a little bit of magic, and he's pretty good in melee. So he's got some pretty good stats. He's also very quick. You can see that he's easily outpacing the units. So his ability to run is pretty good. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna take my little fireball, bitch. I like the way the units look. So he has the ability to do. So you can also do like Alt 2, but you'll see I click these a lot. So you can click it once to cast it, but you can click it twice to overcast it. Or you don't do any of that. Maybe not. So I think you double click it to overcast it, and what that does is it costs more winds of magic, but it increases the effects. Die. This is not going great at all. So you're gonna go up there. There. Forward. Yeah, so I was trying to talk and explain. Oh, those are mine! Let's fucking go! As you can see, the goblin laborers were already starting to waver. I mean, they're breaking super quickly, which is fine. This is not a great. This really should be an easier battle than I'm making it out to be. Get over there. Targeting. Dick's taking pot shots, bro. Yeah, this is not great. Why do you continuously do that? You're like attacking everything but I'm trying to get him to attack. I should have really had the missile units up front. They're still not doing it. Get over there. trying to do here is I'm trying to get this general killed.
Astragoth
Yeah, he died. So that should defeat the army. Which is good. What are you doing? Ugh. What a shitty battle. Yeah, close victory. Yeah, that was not great. I should have came in probably with the blunderbusses up front. Really would have taken those orc boys out. Oh well, you live and you learn, I suppose. Again, I think it's really just trying to explain it at the same time, so... son of a bitch. Not ideal. That's okay. I should still be able to capture the first settlement this turn. That's not that big of a deal. It's not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to conscript the captives to get my army replenished by 6%. And because the general was destroyed, that army is dead. So I don't have to worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and take this settlement real quick. I'm just going to auto-resolve this particular battle. Because I really don't want to lose more troops. But as you can see, nothing happened. None of the units were red, so I didn't lose anybody. And then you get a couple different options. You can occupy as an outpost. So outposts enable the extraction of raw material and provide hobgoblin recruitment only. So these are how you get your hobgoblins, factories. These are basically where you get your like chaos dwarves and stuff from.
And Cassie.
Yeah. All right. So that was trash. All right. So now that we got a couple settlements, let's go ahead and do some stuff. So we already started tier 2, so we can do Chaos Dwarf Warriors, Chaos Dwarf Great Weapons. What I'm going to do first... Siege Weapon would be kind of nice to have. Nope, you know what, I'm going to do this instead. So what I'm going to do is... do some patrol routes. This will give you 1 additional control, and then gives you a plus 10% movement range. So that'll help out pretty good for this initial province, because I am trying to take it over really quickly. But it'll also get +1, so you see this right here, your control. This is going down. You want that to be either neutral or going positive, because it can cause rebel armies to spawn and things like that. So this one we can go ahead and set as a tier 2. So the interesting thing about this, the Chaos Dwarves, is over here, this is the number of turns it's going to take for the settlements to build, or the building to build. But what you can do is you can rush construction, and then you lose labor, which you can see here. You have 617 in labor. You can throw 200 at it, and it'll be done. But if you do that, I'm just going to do this for this particular building, just because I just want to show you. You lose the 200, so you could potentially lose a valuable resource for something else. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do Chaos, Great Taurus. Oh, and I'm fucking broke. Okay. Ah, lordy. I guess next turn we'll probably try to recruit a little bit more. Alright, so we have technology. So theirs is pretty interesting because they have a multitude of trees. So they have the military tree, which is like your army and stuff like that. Sorcery tree. These are more along the lines of buffs to the faction. So this one here, campaign line of sight plus 15 for settlements. The next one, chance of a plague spreading. Control plus 2. These are just more like faction bonuses. And then industry basically helps with building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do labor quotas first, because you get additional labor post-battle. So as a Chaos Dwarf, and really any faction that requires a lot of fighting, Greenskins being another one for that WA, as I said before, you have to basically fight a lot. If you fight a lot, this will help with labor quotas. And this is great for getting you additional labor, so you can start building things a lot quicker. So we're going to go ahead and start with labor quotas. Now, you notice my guy's all highlighting. That means he gained some experience. So you go ahead and click on him. Check the details. I don't have anything yet. Look how pretty he is. He's just so pretty. So we're gonna go to skills. We're gonna do basically blue is like movement and stuff like that. This is like his unique chain. So this is usually unique for everybody. I think everybody is a little bit different. So, but basically, you kind of want to build legendary lords as your main. They're going to be your main general throughout all your fighting, because they're going to be your best generals. So what you're going to want to do is make sure these guys are buffed up. I stopped and I still said it. Boofed. All right, so we're going to do route mouncher. Now, if you make a mistake, as long as you don't hit the OK button, you can actually hit the reset and it'll back it up. So you can actually do it. Bam, bam. But if you go and check someone else out, it's like you clicked it, so you do not get the option to. So that was just an example. I wanted to pick this one anyway, so this is okay. But that's just to kind of let you know what's going on. All right, we're going to do survivalist, give him a little extra experience points. So these are like his spells, but right now he's pretty good. So he doesn't really need this upgrade immediately. He does not get a mount. A lot of legendary lords get mounts, but because he is on the, for lack of a better word, mech suit, he will not be getting any of that stuff. So, but he has a couple different things up here. Plus 10% spell resistance, plus 10% missile resistance. And this one here, character will share 15%. Oh, I see. So he will share his experience to other lords of your army. So Zarok. So I don't know if any of you have played Darksiders 2, but he looks a lot like Death, or like the Punisher logo. So with this one, we're just going to experience per turn. Basically, I want stronger units. So you see these is the rank, and then they get buffs. So he gets +2, +2, +2 in those stats. So it's good to use the same units over and over again, not necessarily constantly kicking them out for the bigger and better units. Unless they're like Goblin Laborers, which again are really just a trash unit. So those you want to kind of replace almost immediately. And diplomacy.
Doomskullki.
Alright, you have
Nothing
good. So you can do quick deal. This is basically gives you what's
Warlord.
good.
What? Dominic!
I lead. Master of this clan. Lord of all you.
Really, you're 0.1 negative, and you're still gonna say. Skaven can be very annoying because Skaven can build up really big armies really quickly because a lot of their units are dirt cheap. They're not good units, but 4,000 units of trash versus 300 good units, it's not good math. It just doesn't work out. So nothing really gonna happen here. So we're gonna go ahead and look at our objectives first. So what is gonna take us to win? So the Lamian Sisterhood needs to die. I believe that's a vampire count faction. It is. Early on, these guys are good to take out because a lot of their units are like zombies and things like that, which the Chaos Dwarf units are naturally better. Zombies are pretty much meat shields, and then they have a couple okay-ish units, but for this level, your army of any decent composition should do work against these guys pretty good. The other one is Crack and Drac. That's a dwarf faction, and that's going to be a bit more of a pain in the ass. And then, of course, you just get 1 of 35. So you have to sack, or loot 35 additional settlements. We have 1, so that'll be good for now. Next turn. Nothing from nothing. I really enjoy winter levels. Like the snow is just a very calm, peaceful kind of thing. All right, we got a quest. Gore does the backstabber. So instead of having a 4th legendary lord, they did a legendary hero. And unlike a lot of heroes, which actually require you to do a quest that actually takes time, these and like fights and stuff like that. This guy, all you need is to recruit a, like, goblin, hobgoblin, whatever. So any of these units will work, and then he's unlocked. So he's pretty easy to unlock, because we basically need to do that to get some points anyway. So we're going to go ahead and recruit some units. Alright, we're going to get some hobgoblin cutthroats and archer. Hobgoblin cutthroats, so for a little while, these guys are going to start being our front line, replacing the laborers. I'm going to continue to use these guys for right now because they're cheap, and they're going to be good line holders while my blunderbusses do work. Now, let's, well, if you listen to something real cool, let's look at the Hellforge. So, these are the unit caps currently. So you can have up to 4 melee units, up to 3 missile, 3 flying monster, 2 of these. So you could upgrade. Now, it's up to 4, so you can't have, you know, 4, 4, and 4. It's 4 total. The cap currently is 2, 1. So basically, you use armaments, which we're going to use now. We can upgrade, and we can have one additional unit, which is going to be good because we really need to try to have a decent, you know, starting army. But you can also upgrade these individually as well. So 250, 350. Basically, it just goes up and up and up. So as you upgrade, you access to the manufactory. And then you can go ahead and you can select the unit type. Right now, we can only do melee infantry because that's the only one we upgraded. And then you get some passive abilities. So like frenzy, so base missile damage, base weapon damage, like that stuff goes up. Basically, if it's over 50% of the base leadership. So if the leadership, I guess, is like 100, if it's as long as it's higher than 50, you're good. And I guess they use the term base because there are abilities that will increase the leadership or decrease the leadership. So, like if for whatever reason you're under a spell that reduces your leadership to 80, you don't get this buff if you're at over 40. You still have to be over 50. But the problem is right now is the upkeep. So 8 armaments per turn. And that's per unit you have. So we have 2 of these so far, so that's 16 per turn. Right now, because we spent the 100, we don't even have the armaments to get that. We're only getting 10 a turn. So we're going to need to build some armaments before we really start digging into this tree here. But that's actually going to allow us to do is You Are the Weakest Link Goodbye. That'll actually allow us to put one more Dwarf Warrior. Now, this is going to get us raw materials. This is not going to get us the armaments. So we're going to need to get another ability to we're going to need to get a factory. That's so we're going to have to take this fort out. But for that to happen, we're going to need to do a little bit of siege warfare. But for right now, ours is not quite ready. So we're going to go ahead and wait a turn or 2. And then once this stuff is basically full stack, we're going to go attack this. Again, really early on, I think it can be beneficial to move it out. Now, the computer can be rather aggressive quickly. So it's good to not expand too fast because you don't want to be too far away from your main settlement if they start getting aggressive. Alright, so we got technology researched, so let's go ahead and take a little looky-loo. Again, harbor guilds, that's not really going to do me any good because right now we don't have any access to any ports. So we're going to go to military, and we're going to do the call to war. Just kidding, we're just going to do stronghold syndrome because a lot of our units is going to be laborers and hobgoblins. So this will get minus 10% for laborers and hobgoblin infantry unit for upkeep. Upkeep is the cost per turn. Melee attack is the ability for sword attacks. Because our units are going to be more of these than these right now, we're going to want to do this eventually, but for the time being, this is going to be more beneficial to our immediate campaign because most of our unit will be goblins.
Ut fasar marsus samitar. Dira ma kaskala.
Once again, 10 armaments per turn. Nothing too crazy. So it's a little bit different with these with this too, because instead of doing population, you need to have raw materials to upgrade it. And you can still throw labor at it. So we need raw materials 2000, which we have nowhere near. So right now we're going to be stuck at level 2 for quite a while. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to save. Because I like to save before I do anything too drastic, which in this case is going to be attacking the settlement here. You can actually take a look at the garrison details here, and I'll actually tell you what they have. Goblins, orc boys. What the fuck is a muck? That's the... What is a muck? Well, we're about to find out. So... time for them to meet their Jesus. Or whatever their equivalent is. Alright, so close victory. No, seriously, what's a muck? It's the same unit card. I wonder if that's a glitch. So we could do auto-resolve, but that's not as fun. We're going to go ahead and fight this battle. Sieges. So, you have this entire deployment zone, which you can use. So what we're going to do is essentially we're going to divide this army in half. Same type of units, because you do want to try to divide and conquer these things. I guess evened out. I'm a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. I'm not great at siege battles. So this is the main victory point. So what we're probably going to do... We're probably going to end up just going in through the front and through the back, because what I want them to do is I want them to basically be choked each time. I don't want to give them a ton of space. So no matter where they go, they're going to have, so if I go this way, I could go in here, but they could be able to pinch me on both sides. If I come in through this way, yeah, they can basically come at me from 3 sides, but what I can do is if I retreat a little bit here, then they can't, their numbers mean jack shit. Because they can't immediately, oh wait, I guess they can't. That made more sense to me. You know what, I'm just gonna go with it. Alright, let's go ahead and take you, and you're here. This is attack force uno. That's a group. And then the rest of these guys, another group. Alright, you're gonna be called Main Task Force A. You're gonna be Suicide Squad. I have no fucking hope for you people. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna go through the other side. So hopefully we're gonna be able to two-prong attack it. Sieges can be tricky, especially defending is a lot easier because you're literally just you see where they're coming from and then you just deploy their units. You kind of have to be a little bit more creative. Yeah, that little blob. All right. So you guys are gonna go ahead and march forward, and we're gonna go to Group Un. You're gonna go forward. I literally think it's just gonna end up me pinching them on both sides, which is fine. As long as their numbers don't matter, it should be fine. So they got a couple archers. So you have you attack immediately. I need them dead. You guys. Alright, so this is going to be more of an infantry front. So you... go ahead and get that stuff happening. The range on this is crazy. Achoo! So you're going to get in there. Alright, meanwhile Meanwhile, we're gonna go for 2. So they're literally trying to read me back, but they don't actually have anything that can really threaten me back in there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go this way. They're still gonna try to come down and attack me. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. So basically, as long as you're engaging the missile units, they can't attack you because they're gonna constantly be running away. They can melee, but their melee is not good. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Oh no, nasty skulkers! I don't know who these are. I do not know why you were just standing there like an asshole. I may just be having this guy die. I don't even know. Right, you go that way. Alright, check group number dos. Alright, you guys go forward. Someone's fleeing. Probably my little Taurus. He should. He's got plenty of health, so he's probably gonna come back. You see how slow they are? It's actually kind of painful to watch. Yeah, he's coming right back.
The best kids.
Forward. Alright, let's actually start doing some maneuvers. So, Chaos Dwarf Warriors. Go that way. I've got my Cutthroats, go that way. Probably double up them. I've got the Archers, you kind of get up in there. Oh shit, I forgot about the Blunderbuss and the slaves. Oh crap, that's embarrassing. You just go attack them. Oh dear.
Astragoth Ironhand.
Alright, group 2. What's going on? Alright, so you are... They're doing okay, actually. Oh. They got one of their units up. Not great.
Goblins. Running.
So that should be...
Astragoth
2. Alright, that doesn't let me any. Hero fleets. That's fine.
The drums, boys.
We're gonna go ahead and...
Slug the gates.
I'm gonna have the Taurus help out the second unit here. These guys should be... Oh, see how freaking slow they are? It's like they're taking forever to get to where I need them to be. Which is fine. So we're gonna go back here. Reinforce here. I should do work at this here. I don't love the pathfinding, like bro, just like around. Alright, we're on group 2. You're just standing there like an idiot. So you're gonna go here. I like the little Z's because you can tell which units are sleeping. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna push forward. Might have divided infantry. damage. That's okay. We're gonna go here. Oh my god, kids! Take your freaking time! So the nice thing here is because I divided and conquered, they really didn't get a chance to build a lot of units. I may win out of spite. I don't know how good this strategy was, but I think I'm gonna win. Capture point. You can attack that. Why are you still just relaxing? Oh no, my Bull Taurus! So he's winning decisively. He's basically being single teamed here. So, I mean, just absolutely worthless to buff my laborers, but it's fine. So this is the main capture point. And we just got a bunch of buildings destroyed, which is pretty dope. So we should actually be almost done. It's really just a lot of cleanup. I see a mismatch? Alright, so you guys... Alright, we really don't care about you. You guys go and pinch up. We're gonna try to attack team on both sides. These guys may be dead by the time we get there, because as soon as these guys engage, this is a really weak unit per missile. But you can actually see over time what's going on. This key's... So in sieges, you also get this momentum. So basically, the better you're doing in sieges, the more momentum you get better buffs. And I won! So, yay! I wonder how I did. Pyrrhic victory. You know what, though? I don't think necessarily that was a terrible battle. I mean, 402 for losses. I mean, that's... was it 1,400? I mean, what's that, a third of my army? Maybe not. No. 15, so it's a little less, it's a little over a quarter, I think. Dwarves are fine. So we're gonna go ahead and occupy it as a factory. And now we have a free province that we took over. Okay. Grimgor's our voice. Motherfucker, how do I always end up dealing with this asshole? Like, I swear to God. It just, no matter what. It's Grimgor Ironhide. I could have, like, I could do Tyrion, and I'm in Ulthuan. Like, super safe. And then I go to attack fucking Caliador or something like that, and the freaking Grimgor shows up. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so he gained some experience.
Astragoth.
So let's go ahead and add some stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Tyrant because we want to increase the labor we need. And then we're also going to upgrade Burning Wrath. So you basically need to start upgrading these to get access to this chain. So we're going to do that here because we want to give them a few new spells. So, yeah. So this is cool, the Kindle Flame, because what this does, I believe this gives you, it basically hexes an area and it gives them plus 20% fire damage. And because you are a fire army, you can kind of see where that's going to start stacking up. Details, still don't have any items, so that's okay. That's a face only a mother could love. We're going to go ahead and... So Specialist here, kind of just talking about a few of these. So if you do heroes by themselves, they get hero actions. So basically this increases the success chance plus 1%, but it also decreases the cost by 10%. Because we're not using them this way, we're actually using them as a fighter. So We're gonna use the survivalist for the hit points, and then we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna do melee. We're gonna do hard to hit, make them hard to take. Now we have a commandment, so you can either click this to do it, or you can also just click this bad boy here. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase the armament's output by 10%, so we're going to do higher quotas. You also have military doctrine, and you also have masterful architects, which will give minus 10% construction. I don't really use this much, or haven't used this much. It might be good for certain effects, but I really like armaments, especially early on, to increase your level caps, or your unit caps. And then building smokestacks. If you're dealing with like a lot of scathing, corruption, vampiric corruption, basically just anything that's not you, you may want this. So we're going to do higher quotas for now. So now this is interesting because you see this little exclamation point here with a triangle. That means these two buildings are redundant. Oh fuck! Did I? No, that's stupid. Okay, that's an outpost. This is a factory. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go ahead and delete this one. Basically, what that means is the unit's redundant and you don't need another one. Because you're not going to get an additional benefit. Like, you can't recruit more units because you have more of their recruitments. Now, if you are another faction and you start building these in multiple locations, so if you lose, say like someone came in and they took Uzkalak, like they just took it out, I would lose access to Chaos Dwarves because I do not have another building that allows me to recruit them. So I'd have to get this building back. Sometimes having redundancy is good in that regard, but with the way Chaos Dwarves work, it's really these main provinces, or your capital. This is basically what you have to protect. You can also recruit Chaos Dwarves from this. You can do the building browser here. It'll kind of show you your options. Obviously, the capital, you get access to all kinds of stuff. This one, as you can see, you literally can only recruit hobgoblins. But here, you can get access to all the cool shit. Well, not all of it, but you can still access like Chaos Dwarves and things like that. So, if you get a factory up and running and then you get a Ash level, you can recruit them. So you definitely want to have something like that in case you lose your capital. Right early on, I don't think you should have much. So we're gonna go ahead and replenish our ranks. Because we didn't lose anybody, I don't think. But we definitely want to make sure we have a few options. See if anybody loves us for diplomacy. Yeah, I love that enough. Oh, now you do an aggression. Okay.
Speak! What?
Are you gonna like us?
You reek of anguish or hopelessness. Yes.
Bring death!
Norska.
Northmen, come! The gods might compel me to kill, but I do it freely. Marauders all!
Yeah. So you have a couple different options. So you have trade agreements, military access, defensive alliance, military access. Yeah, ain't nobody.
What you want?
So that's quick deal, just to kind of give you an option to like if you want to look at it. Wow, he almost died. 837. Shit, I didn't think it was that bad. But he did pretty good work, man. You get the Great Taurus is really cool. I like the flying units. Definitely not a unit you want to leave in battles, but definitely something to take out like missile units or to kind of help back up some of your units. So that last battle was not how to siege. Okay.
Suppose cool gets here.
Oh, nice. Gorda's backstabber.
Backstabs.
We're gonna put you in the main army, so y'all can piss off. So basically, if you go to an army and you want a unit gone, you can just select them and then tell them to hit the bricks, disband, or Control P. And you come in here.
Call
gonna do now is we're gonna do Call to War. Starfalls don't need it right this second. I really don't do the riding infantry all that much, but because I do want the rest of this stuff, it is in our benefit to actually know this. That's exactly what. So anytime you see like a unit card, these are the units that are going to get these bonuses. So they used to not have the pictures. So sometimes it's really hard because it would just say like generic like goblin units, and you'd have like 5 or 6 different goblin units, but only certain ones would get the buff. So that can be tricky. But now with the pictures, it's a lot more clear. So we're going to do Starved Wolves. Military convoys. Create a convoy. This is like a trade. So what we're going to do is we're going to hire. And we're going to trade with trading armaments. Just money. That's all I can really trade right now. That'll work. So you always want this because it's going to give you what we're going to do. Let's go here. Going to do. And we're going to rush this. And we're going to, you can see, we're going to get plus 66. We have a lot of labor. So what we can do. I guarantee you is their convoy. Alright, so right now I'm trying to think which way we should go. Try it.
War unceasing.
Oh. Well, you're about to get fucking shit bricked. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go south. I'm gonna try to take out these guys. So we're gonna go ahead. Here.
Waddle.
And the turn. Let's see what we got going next turn. This will probably be the last turn we do, because I do want to show you the Tower of Czar. Clear skies! Oh, fuck yeah. So occasionally you get these, like little world events, which will occasionally give you stuff. So, your clear skies will give us plus 6 leadership, so our armies will fight a little better. Alright, so now we have access to the Tower of... Oh, go fuck yourself. Oh, 75. I thought it was a turn limit thing. Oh, so we have to get 75 Conclave in. So next turn we'll have it. So we'll show that next video. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here. And he's basically ready to fight. I really don't have money for anything else. So what we're gonna probably do is probably go down south, take these guys out. Okay, so even if you can't see it, you can kind of hover over it, and it'll kind of show you what it is. That hole in the wall is pretty cool, or hole in the ground is pretty cool. So what we're gonna do is probably gonna go bam, 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 and then take on the silver pit. Actually, no, we should probably do that first. We have honest with you. So we're probably going to do this first. So potentially... a lot of units. Other zombies, they're trash. What's this one? Hellhounds. I mean, there's a lot of trash bats. I don't know, that's just a lot of units. They do have a infantry crypt. We may take this out first and attack them. I'm not sure. Till then, we're gonna save our game. And we will see you next time.
Diesen Katzen nicht alter,